Hi guys, Whiskey Bravo 99. Well, what can I say? This is strange being back. You know, it's been two and a half, nearly 3 months now, and a lot's gone on. A hell of a lot's gone on. My son's been born, as you guys would have seen in the update video that I put up about a month or so ago. He was in hospital. He was born with what was called gastroschisis. Basically the internal organs, basically the main of the intestines, the stomach lining, and the other internal organs was growing outside of his stomach. Basically when he was in the wound, his stomach wall didn't heal over properly, which meant the belly button didn't heal properly. And with that, where the cord was, there was a little hole next to the belly button, and everything started growing outside. We went up for a general appointment, general scan, heart scan, and whilst she was there, the main doctor in charge turned around and said, get her ready for surgery in half an hour. She's going in for an emergency cesarean. The baby's being born now. If we don't, then something's going to go wrong, because they actually found out through the heart trace that he had basically, you know, pooed inside of himself, gone to the toilet inside of himself, which in return had given him problems with his breathing and that whilst he was inside of the womb. So we were very lucky with that, but then from then he got rushed to a specialised hospital, which is about 3.5 hours away from the hospital we were in, and he was kept in there for over a month and a half, near enough 2 months, and yeah, it was quite a long process. It was quite scary because it was pretty much fight or flight, and obviously it was touch and go every single day. You know, you just didn't know what to expect. Everything changed within seconds. It was no such thing as minutes or hours or days or weeks or months. It was every second was a complete change. Anything could happen, and it was scary being a parent and watching over that, and you know, knowing that your baby is pretty much laying there and fighting for themselves and they don't realise, and it was quite upsetting. He had more tubes going in him than you'd expect any baby to have. I mean, he had a tube going in the middle part of his hand on both hands. He had a tube going in the bottom part of his wrist on both hands. This is a newborn baby, and he was born 3 weeks early, mind. One in each wrist at the bottom. He had tubes going through his nostrils into his stomach, because what was wrong with him, it had to constantly keep pumping the fluids out of his stomach. It would pump out the green bile from his stomach, and they would basically, how can I put it, it was almost like recycling his stomach fluids. It would come out and then go straight back in, to get his stomach contracting to accept stuff. He didn't eat for he didn't have any milk for the first 3 weeks of being born. He had a special tube called a long line, very thin like fishing wire, that went into the heel of his foot, and from the heel of his foot it went up his main artery through his leg, up through his leg and past his heart and into his stomach, and that was giving him things like calcium, fish oils, vitamins. It was feeding him basically. The long line was keeping, you know, him alive, and that was quite hard because we wasn't allowed to pick him up. We wasn't allowed to do anything with him for about 2-3 weeks. So it was quite difficult. You know, you see him now, his tubes coming in and out of him. It was hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's progressed really well now. He's unfortunately he's got a hernia, quite a big hernia, probably about that much sticking outside of his stomach, probably about that big. So it's a good rounded size of a golf ball, you know, on a 6 weeks old baby's stomach. So, but that will be there with him for pretty much the rest of his life. And they've already said that if and when he gets older, if it gives him problems, then they'll operate on it to try and remove it. But you know, at this moment in time, he's doing well. So I just want to, you know, say a couple of shout outs actually, because quite a few of you guys really was supportive whilst I was going through that. One is, as always, and always will be, and always has been, is Steve from Outdoor Review, and your missus and your son. I appreciate it. You guys sent me a card. That was a really kind gesture. and we can only say we appreciate that. I mean, for all you guys that probably don't know Steve from Outdoor Review, I can't fault the bloke. Personally, I could class the bloke as my second brother, because every single day that I was in that hospital, that guy messaged me, "How are you today? Are you okay? How's the little man?" Every single day I was getting that. Now, that is bloody friendship to me. That is someone that, you know, is watching your back, and that's kind of built up a bit of a stronger friendship with me and Steve there. Trojan Pepper, you're another one. If I eventually get to hear from you or see from you properly, if your missus hasn't got you peeling too many spuds in that new chip shop, mate. Who else? I had quite a few, like really quite a few. God, some of them I can't even remember, because it was guys that I don't even really communicate with that have subscribed to my channel as new users while I've been away, and you know, they've sent me emails and messages. So at that time my head was all over the place, so it was very difficult for me to remember what the hell I was doing. You know, I was at one point I was doing 46, and I think at one point I did make myself quite ill. I did 59 hours straight through with no sleep, and I was living off of black coffee and energy drinks and shit food like Burger King. Like, since I've been away, I've probably, no word of a lie, I've gone from a 34 to a 38-inch waist since you've last seen me in my last videos. I've put on two jean sizes in no time, and that was just eating crap food and everything. My whole body's metabolism has gone straight through the roof. But it's things like that, you know, you don't want to go to sleep because you're afraid of waking up and you're not sure what you're going to wake up to and what's going to happen. So it has been quite a stressful, lengthy road, shall I say. I think a lot of it was probably more comfort eating from like depression, because there was depression starting to kick in, and it was hard, and I wasn't prepared for that. My partner wasn't prepared for that. That was something that most people probably go through as a once in a lifetime experience, and there's probably 1 in 1,000 to 2,000 people that are experiencing that firsthand, and it is a lot to take in, especially when it's your child. It's the only way I can politely say it, it's a head fuck. It's really is a head fuck. It really mashes your head up. And to all you preppers out there that would have kids as well, you would understand, you know, still to this day I'm still trying to fight for my daughter, you know, and that's something I've been trying to push for ages. You know, there's complications there. I'm not going to go into details. Complications there of why I can't see my daughter. Nothing on my behalf. It's just, you just can't please everyone, can you? And it's really fucking hard, like really hard, because my little girl, she is a daddy's girl, and it's hard not to see her, not to be allowed to see her for no reason, and it is difficult, it is hard, but as you guys will know, you do anything for your kids, and Christ almighty, I'd do anything, you know, the best I can. I'm not, you know, anyone can say they're the best parents in the world, but really, no one's the best parents. Even millionaires aren't the best parents. You do what you can to give your kids what you can. But in my way, I try and give my kids what I didn't have. What I didn't have when I was growing up was a father. I never had a father. I had my grandfather. My granddad raised me. To me, my granddad is my father. I don't call him granddad, I call him pop or dad. That's how I class him to me, because he raised me from what I was to what I am now. And without him, I probably would have ended up in prison or dead. Simple. I'm not going to say it any other way. That's how life would have been for me. And I'm trying to give my kids what I didn't have. My dad walked out on me when I was less than 6 weeks old, and never bothered since. You know, I've got a sister that I've never met, who I can only think that she's between 16 and 18. I don't know her name. I can't find her. I don't know who she is. I don't know nothing about her. and the prick of my father did the same to her, you know. And it's one of them things, you try and give your kids what you didn't have, and you don't want your kids to go through what you went through. If some of you guys can relate to that, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. But anyway, there's a lot, so that's just done 10 minutes of that, so got a lot more to show you. Right, some of you are going to laugh at this, right, and some of you probably won't, I don't know. But on the day when my missus went into hospital and all happened what happened, I had put a bid on eBay, and I hadn't realised that this bid on eBay made me the winning bidder, and it was on a tactical assault vest. I got it for 17 quid. You can't grumble. It was a Viper assault vest, and I'll show it to you in a minute because I've kitted it all out. But I'd put a bid on it, I think probably, when did she go? She went in on a Monday, and I put a bid on it the Tuesday before, so it was near enough a week before. And I completely forgot about it, and this bid made me the winning bidder, but it happened as she was on the operating table, getting cut open, giving birth to our son. So you can imagine I probably wasn't the most appreciated people at that time. I was kind of in the bad books of what I'd bought, but I didn't realise it wasn't my fault. Other than that, I've ended up getting a couple of new radios. When we was actually at the hospital and stuff like that, I'd come across a couple of radios. I'd gone off with one of my partner's family members, and I'd come across 2 Baofeng radios, brand new in the box, for a tenner. Both boxed with chargers, earpieces, the lot. There's nothing wrong with them. One's with Baofeng in Japanese or Chinese, whatever, and the other one's in English. They work perfectly fine. I got a matte reading torch. Well, I class it as a matte reading torch. It's one of the stick torches like the old firemen have, the army ones. It's got the multicolour changeable heads. Got one of them. I just bought myself a new microphone speaker piece for my assault vest. You'll see it all in a second. I'm going to get it all out and show you. But if you see that cupboard behind you, right there, that has been turned in to basically my prepping armoury, my prepping cupboard. Because I had nowhere else really to store it, and the deal was with the missus, I was going to build that as a wardrobe for her, and it is massive inside. It's quite big. You know, I can get in there, and you could probably still fit another 2 or 3 of me in there. Not standing up, like sitting down or on my knees or whatever, but you still fit about 2 or 3 of me in there. So you fit about 4 people in there. It's not bad actually. But the understanding was that if I had that, I was to buy her a wardrobe. So I just thought, sod it, it's a deal that, you know, I'm not going to turn down. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'd rather have it right next to my bed. At least everything's to hand, just in case. But anyway guys, I'm going to get some of the bits out and give you guys a little show. Here we go. Oh, it might be better actually. I'll show you what I converted on the cupboard if I bring the phone over. Right, as you open up the cupboard, it's all been done on there. So as you can see, get the camera right. You've got the first aid kit hanging off the inside of the door. You've got the main, that's my main Baofeng, like multi-band CB radio. And then these are the 2 down here that I'd ended up getting for £10. Worked perfectly fine.
Power on.
You know, both work, nothing wrong with them. For a tenner, couldn't go wrong, and I was looking at buying them anyway, and it would have cost me double that. On the inside here as well, my survival knife, 2-hand. As soon as you open up the cupboard, it's just, you know, flick on and off, and blade's ready to go, accessible. Just, you know, you never know how quick a situation could happen. You never know what's going to happen. But on the inside here as well, I've got the S10 hanging off the front there, and I've put the spare canister inside. It's basically, I've built it all inside of it there, so you'll see that. It's got the spare canister inside with basically the neck scarf I've got. Just it's in there because it's at hand and it's easy to go. The lighting in this room's not very good, so I can only apologise, guys, if I'm going to have to move. I ended up finding a green and black Shima at the same time as finding the walkie-talkies as well. 50p for a Shima, and you know, I've still got the one you sent me though, Steve. So don't worry, that's in there. That's in my main bug out bag. It's always handy to have two, better than one. Alright, and I'll give you guys a view in a way. Actually, hang on, give me a second. I'll put this back because the lighting is absolute shit in this room. I'll try and get it out in a minute and see if you guys can see it better. You probably will actually see it better now. But right, there's the S10 loaded. The S10's loaded at the front there. And it's got all the spare bits to hand, so I can't lose anything. Everything's there ready to rock and roll. Just got like cup hooks and put these inside. It's just easy like this. Right. Oh, this is a bit heavy. Right, I don't know why the lighting is so shit in this room. Right, that's better. You might be able to see it now because I've got the light right above me. It makes it harder now because this is all in black. But look, this is the torch I was telling you about. Got a red map reading. How am I going to do this? Bear with me, guys, bear with me. This makes it even harder, this does. I wonder if this will work. Oh, I'm failing miserably here, guys. You can tell I haven't done this for so bloody long, can't you? Everything's going wrong. Absolutely everything's going fucking wrong. Just shit times, isn't it? Right, let's see if it works like this. Oh, that's kind of a little bit better, but not very good. Right, anyway, I'm just going to give you guys a run through and actually probably pull it out and show you. You ain't going to see it because the vest is black. But on the it's a multi-tactical assault vest. I don't even know if you guys would see it if I put it on, to be honest with you. The lighting is shite today. I'll show you anyway. This is the radio speaker mic I've got on the front here. I'm probably better doing a video on this in the daytime actually, but I might as well just fit it all in at once. That is the speaker mic I got delivered to me yesterday, and I've got it so it coils over at the back here into the main radio pocket, which is this here. I preferred getting the speaker mic because it's more accessible, it's at hand, it's easier for me. You know, fair enough, I did security in that, but wired earpieces can do your head in. And to be honest, the reason I wouldn't like it is because you kind of lose your hearing in one ear, if that makes sense. If you've got something blocking in your ear, you only can hear in one ear. At least with this, I can adjust the volume on the go, and it's just I just prefer it. It's easier for me. I've got here you go, the army torch thing here I was telling you about, but I've got 3 different torches on there. I've got the map reading torch here, there's the army one. I've got this little mag light, one for just a mini hand weapon if I needed to, but also because the bulb is not actually that bright. It looks bright on here, but it's not, believe me, it's crap. And then I've got this one, which is a 9-shot LED, which is even brighter. So I've got 3 different torches for 3 different reasons, because of the brightnesses. It's just, I thought I'd put it on there. It'd just be self-preference really. Going down the pockets, I don't know if you guys will actually see this. It is a Viper jacket. I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. In the main pocket here, I have placed my little knife in here, my little lace knife that you guys used to see me carrying. So that's in there. One as a weapon, but also as a tool. I haven't got nothing in that one yet. in this front pouch I've got one single bottle of water, little bottle, fits perfectly. I've also got one in the back pocket as well, because this isn't just like a main assault vest, but if something did happen and I had to go out and get supplies, you know, for my family, then I would prefer having this than lugging a bag around with me, because I've put pretty much 24 hours worth of stuff in this. There's also food in the pockets of this as well, so technically if I had to go and resupply or something like that, or I was stuck on my own, I've got this to wear. It's as far as I'm aware, it's also got like a thicker lining, so I'm not saying it's bulletproof and I'm not saying it's stab proof. I'm not saying that at all, because it isn't, but it's going to offer me some sort of protection. As you guys would see, my missus swears that it looks like a fucking life jacket. It probably does, but it's got this reinforced neck collar brace here, and it's solid, you know, that even on the inside it's quite tough. And then up here you've got a rescue hook, which is a bonus, I suppose. Where to next? At the front here as well, I've got a glow stick and 2 orange pencils. Now these ain't nothing spectacular, they're carpenter's pencils. They're the flat ones, they're the ones that don't roll. Just got a couple in there, just, you know, because I'm going to be getting a Mac and stuff like that. You just never know, pencil's going to last kind of longer than a bloody pen. Alright, I don't know if you guys are actually going to see this, I'm hoping you do. Let's see if I can shrink this a little bit, just bear with me. I've actually come back to like being at the beginning again. It's actually quite scary doing all this. Seems like I'm doing it again from scratch. Right, I could do with a bloody lamp up here really, couldn't I? Right, in this main compartment it flicks into 2 pockets, right? Now in this back pocket I have got about 20 foot of paracord there. I've got a mini first aid kit. I've taken a lot of my stuff out of my EDC bag because I'm not working again right now, because obviously the birth of the son. I'm not working, so I've kind of like reconverted myself and taken everything out of my EDC bag, because my EDC bag I'm going to be turning into my baby bug out bag, which is my next mission on that one. I've got the Kendall mint cake survival tin that I put together. You guys would have seen that in my other video. And a little waterproof notepad that I got, basically for writing down map locations, radio frequencies, you know, anything and everything. The little pocket stove that Steve from Outdoor Review sent me, which is the polished tin, which was converted into a little pocket stove with the mesh inlay, as you guys will see there. Still haven't used it yet, Steve, hopefully I will soon. And then also, just in case I get caught with my pants down here, I've put the emergency rain poncho. I got these from Wilkinson's, nothing spectacular. I got a silver foil blanket for 45p and an emergency poncho for 56p, I think it was. That's gone in there. It's just there if I need it. You know, that's what I mean. I've kind of thought this through, and I thought, right, well, I'm not going to be a wannabe here. I'm going to put stuff in it that I know that I think I might need. I meant to tell you as well, guys, I've got a glow stick in with the pencils as well. Oh, actually I've got 2 glow sticks in with the pencil, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I forgot about that. Got 2 in there. Right. Oh, what's in this one? Ah, that's it. At the top, in this other pocket here, I have got another flint fire starter, just in case. I've also, I can't get it out right now because it's jammed in there pretty well, but you'll see it, the paracord bracelet that Steve from Outdoor Review sent me, and there's also a little brown tape of like electrical tape, like that super strong stuff they use to put around wires. It's just basically a black version of duct tape, but it's in there because I don't know what I'm going to need it for, but it's there. I could use it for also. Right, this pocket here, this is the radio pocket, this is the radio pouch pocket, and you see the the wire for the radio is in the pocket and ready to go. All I've got to do is plug the radio in and turn it on, good to go. In this pouch here, I have, this is where the food's kept, in the back pouch. I have got beverage powder type raspberry flavour with 1 coffee, 2 sugars. There is a ready to eat Frankfurter hot dog. This is from the wrap packs that I had. Got a bag of mixed nut and fruit. I've got a caramel cereal bar. And I've got a meal which is tomato pasta salad. And all of the dates on this are until 2017, so I ain't got to worry about, you know, having to change it anytime soon. But that's what I mean. That would be, you know, something to keep me going. It's not going to be a brilliant meal, but like I said, if you ain't got your bag, at least you've got some sort of food in here. You know, the way I've done it is you've got everything you pretty much need, and then at the bottom here there's another bottle of water in the back, and then you've got these straps here at the back. You've got 1, 2 and 3 at the bottom. Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And as far as I can think of, obviously because of the type of vest it is, it's, you know, one of the commercial worldwide made ones, so it's probably for some sort of a weapon, like a firearm, maybe an entry shotgun. I don't know. But I've actually worked out that if shit did it fan, I can actually fit a baseball bat perfectly in there, and pull a baseball bat over my shoulder, and it's ready in my hands in seconds, pretty much like Blade does with his knife. But yeah, that's the tactical assault vest. I might just do a better video. Excuse me, better video on this in the daytime, because you're really missing the benefits of what's actually in it, and it's hard to look at it with a torch and actually see for yourself. But I'll take you guys back over and you can have a quick look of properly. Well, this is what it is inside. This, I mean, it's about 9 o'clock at night right now, so it's the lighting in this bedroom, it looks bright, but believe me, it's fucking shit. You can't even see yourself putting your socks on. But I've got everything in there. See, that's how fucking dark it is in this bedroom. You can't even see in this cupboard, and this cupboard's like really bright to my eyes. But yeah, I've got my little weapon armoury there. I've got all my bags of gear there ready to go. This is a pain in the arse, you guys can't see it. It really is. But the reason I've got this stuff on the doors like this, it's like basically it's the main necessities that is going to be straight to hand. First aid kit, main CB radio. Now, as you guys would have known before, I have hooked this radio into my local Coast Guard station, mainly for weather reports, mountain rescue. There's going to be updates, there's going to be all sorts on that. Obviously you can't listen into police frequencies and stuff like that, but fair enough, you probably need a ham license or whatever to listen into the Coast Guard. I'm not sitting here on a daily basis listening to the Coast Guard. That's just tuned in as a preset frequency on transmission and receiving, just to listen in if something did happen. I don't plan to use that one, you know, on a daily basis. These two down here, they're going to be the main communicational radios. If something happened, then I would have one in my vest, and my partner would have one of these, because, you know, they carry a 3 to 5 mile radius on them, so it's not a bad little radio, especially if you were going out to get supplies and you needed to communicate. She's going to be here with a baby, I need to be updated from her, and vice versa. But she would have one. Now I would have the main one with me, the Bayer thing, but then I would also have the multi-band receiver with me as well. Just because if like I had to go out and, you know, SOS for help or something like that, you never know. The knife, that's ready at hand. Obviously for a situation, you just don't know how quick a situation can happen, how quick it can arise. So to me, these are my main essential preps. At the front here, Straight away, obviously, I've got a gas mask, because you don't want to be rummaging through half a ton of bags to find a gas mask if something happens or I have to go out somewhere. Not only is the gas mask an intimidation device, but it's also a life-saving device. And I am looking at investing in 2 more gas masks, one for the missus, and I've been looking at one from America for a baby, like a baby child's gas mask with a self-contained respirator that goes from a tube, and the mother wears it on the back or the father wears it on the back. So it's quite easy. It's not going to be like a heavy, bulky mask. Main assault vest is there. This is stuff I can grab and go. Straight away at the front, you got a camouflage hat. You got the crossbow to the left. You got the 2-2 rifle to the left. You got the baseball bat to the left. You got the knife to the right. You got your boots polished. Obviously, boredom. You got to polish your boots. Keep them. Main boot care is very, very essential. You know, look after your boots, and your boots will look after you. Got a few more bottles of water here at the front as you go in. This is really going to be a crap video, guys, so I'm so sorry about the darkness. I can only apologise. Now at the front I've got 2 bags. This one here has actually got my winter clothes in it for prepping. I've got my thermals, my long johns, everything in there. And then this clear one at the front is basically my summer wear, so I know which bag is which. Got my main bug out bag. You got a 100 litre what's the word for it? Oh god, I forgot now. It's like a 100 litre bag, like a big massive like duffel bag type of thing. That's there. That's got to be kitted out. That's going to be like main essential supplies. It's gonna, if we did have to leave properly, that's going to have things like backup weapons, medical aid, clothing, food, spare stuff for the baby. I mean, the baby's going to have two main bags really, because I'm converting this old one, which was my EDC bag, that's being converted to his main baby bug out bag. And then we had a spare one of these, like a spare nappy changing bag that you get free from Boots and that. So I'm going to convert that and attach that to the bag, because the spare baby bag is going to be basically the nappy carrying bag, and then the EDC bag is going to be his main bag for essentials. And then here, came across when we was moving, it's an old picnic blanket, but I'm going to be attaching that to the baby bug out bag as well, because on the other side of it, this is a fleece line, it's quite thick, but on the other side it's got like a silver foil lining on the other side, so technically it acts straight away perfectly as a baby's bug out blanket, because the silver side of it is going to keep the heat in, and it's fleece lined, so that's going to work perfect for him. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it costs £3. £3, and I know it's going to work, you know. I'm going to be doing a baby bug out bag video with all the baby's essentials, so you guys have to keep looking at. I've come back hard and strong this time. I've got so many things to show you guys, to teach you guys, you know. I want to learn, you want to learn. It's 50-50. We can go even on this. Everyone's got to learn something at the end of the day. What else is in there? I got a main box at the back I haven't emptied yet. I haven't had a chance to empty that. I got my main sleeping bag at the back there. I've also got the haversack that I had from the S10. I'm going to be converting the haversack, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this yet. And I don't actually know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I was thinking about investing in a NBC suit, but I don't know what I'm going to do with the haversack bag. I was thinking about possibly converting it into a makeup bag for the missus, because that's all she'd be fucking interested in. Camouflage makeup bag. Here you go, love, here's your makeup. You got a choice of green, brown and black. It's called Military Milcom Face Paint. I think I'm fucking gonna get killed when she sees this video now. Truth hurts, the truth hurts. Yeah, I've got my main bum bag. It's just basically an updated review, guys, because I haven't seen any of you for so long, and all of you haven't seen me for so long, so it's catch 22 right now. You know, it's quite strange doing videos again, to sit in front of the camera and say hi. My name's Whiskey Bravo 99. I'm here to do another video again. That's a big, big change for 2 months of not doing it. I'm not saying I'm camera shy, don't get me wrong, but when you ain't done it for so long, it's almost like you're starting off again for the first time. So it's a bit strange. But hey guys, that's pretty much the update, should I say. That's what, 35 minutes long already. Kind of fit a lot into 35 minutes. But I am going to be doing the baby bug out bag. There's loads that I'm going to be doing. I'm also looking as well. I'm going to be starting it soon because obviously we've moved now. We're not in a flat. We're in a house now. So I've got so much more benefits available to me. It's amazing what I can do. I'm actually planning to become not fully self-sufficient, but enough that when I can start it properly, I'll be well away with it. I'll be perfect. I've got an outbuilding shed which is full concrete brick. I think it was 6 foot by 4 or 5 foot. So it's not a tiny little building. It's got some. It's just enough to swing a cat in, should we say? But basically, my view is getting certain part of the garden sorted. Now I'm trying to convert the missus to letting me have a couple of chickens right now, because I wanted to add chickens into my prep. Basically for self-efficiency, because of the eggs as well. I was looking at getting a few bantams. So I don't really know much about chickens, but if you guys out there can give me any advice on chickens, the best breeds, which lay better, because I think my plan's going to have to be is when she goes out shopping one day, I'm just going to screw off somewhere, buy a couple of chickens, buy the hut, put it in the garden. She can't have a go at me then if I've already done it. But no, if you guys can give me some advice on the best chickens and that. The other thing is as well, I'm going to be turning like there's a section in the garden that's quite squared off. It's about what, 4 foot long and probably about 4.5 foot wide. Little square section. It's not massive, it's not great, but it's going to start me off. I'm going to turn that into a little mini vegetable patch. And I'm not going to be doing fruit. Not in the garden anyway. I'm going to be doing fruit, but it's going to be like in a trench box outside the back door. I'm going to have like strawberries, blackberries, and so on and so forth on that. But on the main patch I'm going to have carrots, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower or broccoli, onions, and I have like a few different ones done there, radishes, turnips, parsnips, like the proper seasonable root veg. Is going to actually do a better job for you than a bowl of fucking salad. And there was a wardrobe that we had bought for the baby, and it was a baby's wardrobe, but I've come out of a brilliant prep for the bit that broke off, because it's the main wardrobe at the top, and at the bottom you had like a storage section that was an open storage section boxed around. Now when we got the wardrobe, because it was second hand, the bottom part of it just broke. It just broke off. No one's fault, it just conveniently broke off. It was just one of them things, it's wear and tear. And I've kept all the pieces, because in my head I thought, right, I want to grow like potatoes. Now this thing is about, it's probably about 3 foot wide, and it's about it's about 3 foot long, like that, 3 foot that way, and it's probably about a foot and a half that way, if that makes sense. So it's 3 foot long and about a foot and a half wide. And it's got a back panel, side panel, and a bottom panel, and it's got legs that lift it off the ground about that much. Now it's all in pieces, but I'm thinking if I get a front panel for it and I reinforce the whole thing and rebuild it, I've got myself a potato pot. Now it's not going to be brilliant, but I can grow potatoes in it separately, and I can keep it out of the way, so it's not taking up room in the garden. It's done in a different place. I can do it in a different atmosphere, a different environment. It'll be in the dark and stuff like that, because I can put it in the shed. But also in the shed as well, I'm going to be having like a mini propagated, like filmed greenhouse inside, so growing my seedlings from. I've got so much I want to do now. The world is my oyster, and I want to crack on with it. But obviously, you can only do so much at once. But I'm the type of person that get moaned at by my family because I've been making myself ill quite badly recently. Like signs of high blood pressure. I've literally become quite not ill in some aspects, but I've kind of worn myself into the ground that, you know, as it caused a few problems the other week. I did kind of go quite downhill, basically on the breakdown side of it. It's hard to admit it, but yeah, not everyone's got a perfect life, you know. Not everyone can, you know, there's only so much stress you can handle. No one's got a perfect, happy little life, you know. We're all the same, you know. Everyone gets stressed. Everyone takes on different day challenges. Everyone experiences different things they've never experienced. And in the last 2 months, I've pretty much gone to hell and back. And mind my French, but it's been fucking hard. And it's been like a huge lack of sleep, an absolute shit diet. I've put on weight. And I have put on weight, you know, 2 jean sizes in less than a month and a half, 2 months. It's fucking, that's bad. It'd be alright if I was still bodybuilding, but nah, it's just more smoking. My smoking went through the roof, like literally just constant caffeine, cigarettes, energy drinks, shit food, like literally Burger King, McDonald's, anything that was quick and easy, pasties, pies. I'd sit down, I wouldn't eat one pasty, I'd go and buy 2 or 3 packets of like double pack of chicken and mushroom pies or steak and kidney pie. I'd just sit there and eat them. I just didn't care, and it was comfort eating, and it was hard. And then the other week, with all the stress of the new house and the new home and everything like that, it just got all on top of me, and I just crashed. Like literally, I was becoming a bit of an emotional wreck that I was physically just breaking down into tears and just crying over anything. I mean, I found out that once I started decorating my son's bedroom, his nursery, the whole wall was completely fucked. It was all limestone plaster on it, and it was drinking up the paint, and it just fucking everything went wrong. Everything went wrong. You know, a small 8 foot by 8 foot bedroom, right, took nearly 10 to 12.5 litres of Dulux paint, right, not shit paint, but Dulux paint, to paint an 8.5 foot room. Yeah, a 12 foot by 10 foot room took 6.5 litres, so work that one out. And it was just little things like that. It was basically what couldn't go wrong, or what wouldn't go wrong, did go wrong for me. And because obviously I was going downhill anyway, and I was getting very depressed and stressed with it all, it just seemed even worse for me. It was like 100 times worse for me than what it would have been for someone else. And it was a fucking, it was a scary place to be again. I've been there once before, and it was scary enough. And it was horrible, absolutely horrible. Like, I'd pick up the phone to my missus, because obviously she didn't stay when I was decorating because she couldn't. We had to get an electric sander to all the walls. There was fucking dust everywhere. It was just a nightmare, absolute nightmare. And it all started off perfectly, and then it just went from good to bad to worse to fucking unbelievable, and it was horrible. And I was literally just on the verge of putting the white flag up and just giving up. I just fucking couldn't cope anymore, and I had to think strong about it, and I just thought, bollocks to it. At the end of the day, this is going back to what I've said before, without me and my family of fuck all, because if I hadn't, you know, bucked up my ideas and sorted my shit out and got this house ready, my family wouldn't have been able to stay here, because it was a mess, and it was a lot of work, and I only had a 3-day time limit to do it all in. So it was very touch and go, literally straight through. Hit 1 day, hit 2 days, hit 3 days, and then oh shit, we've moved in. So it was hard, and I did it all on my own. So I had I had my brother come and help me. He was fucking godsend. I actually was quite surprised because my brother's not normally the helpful type. Chucking my pouch of baccy, he's alright. Chucking my barter, he'd do it then. But no, he was alright. He stayed with me for the 3 days, and he kind of kept me on my toes, perked me back up. And you know, as I was going down here, it was like, pick your fucking self back up and put yourself back in the gear, because you're not this person to do this, you know. But once I start going downhill, that's where it hits me. It is hard, but it is better to have people with you as well that know you, and you know, who better to have than your own brother, who's going to know you as good as your mum does or anyone else, you know. And then at the end, obviously my granddad had to come in and help, because not only, like I've said to you guys before, was in the army and that, but he did painting and decorating for like 40 odd years. I mean, the guy, there's not much that the guy doesn't know about bloody painting. The only problem is, you take him to go and get the stuff, and you end up finding out that it costs you a fucking arm and a leg, because he ends up buying all the top quality crap. Oh, I need this brush. This brush is like £9 for a brush. Fuck that, let's get the packet of 10 value pack for like £3.67. I ain't paying that much for a brush. Oh no, this is the best brush you can get. Alright, whatever, fucking put it in the trolley. So, you can't argue with him, you know. He knows what he's on about, but it's just one of them things. But I'm gonna have to shoot though, guys. I've got, you know, got to go and have something to eat, have a cigarette. I'm a lot more chilled now. I'm a lot better, you know. I've had a lot of support off a lot of people. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and there is going to be more videos to come. Whiskey Bravo 99 is back, and when I say I'm back, I am back. I am back in action, baby. And you know the best thing is, there's a woodland 3 minutes around the corner from me that I need to go and check out, but it's right now, with everything